Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julian White. I'm a 20-year military retiree veteran. I retired from the Navy, 41 years old. I have four wonderful boys and an awesome wife. I just wanted to start a YouTube channel so that dads are for dads. We go through this journey alone sometimes, and sometimes we go with a wonderful partner, depending on what you choose. But basically, what it is these YouTube channels incorporate God, the Bible, what we do with the Bible, because that's our guideline of life. Today's topic is really, I'm just going to go over a whole bunch of different things. And some of the stuff is, you know, what do we do about the household? What do we do in this wonderful world where things can go up and down? And then, my career change and all the different things that hit us in life. I really want to start a series where I want to talk about just my life, starting off with chapter one. This is me joining the Navy, basically right out the get go. Me and my father, we had some difference in what we see, and I just wanted to share the story out, and maybe I can help out some people along the way. But going into that, chapter one for me was 16, 17 years old. 17 years old, I sat there, I got out, um, of where my father was at, and, I lived with my best friend, and then I joined the Navy, a couple years later. In that Navy aspect, I didn't know what was going on. I had took an ASVAB, didn't do that great, joined. I thought, this was I can travel. I worked really hard, and I thought that this was gonna happen. This was, I knew I was gonna go in there and change my life. Little did I know, a lot of things happened all at once. We had our ups and downs of going through boot camp. You had to run your mile and a half. You had to get underneath 12 minutes. It was crazy because imagine that you just graduated high school, you get into there, and all of a sudden they open up you into a new world. And I know some of you guys felt this. Go through boot camp, you're following what they tell you to follow. You go through that. I ran at Freedom Hall. Then all of a sudden you go into your slivers of what's going on, and then boom, guess what happens? Go to I'm thinking maybe you get some leave, you go to see some family. Nope, I had to go straight to A school. Went straight to A school, sat there, and then I was studying like a huge college student, and then life hits me. I go over there and they're like, "Yep, cool, graduated, you ready to rock. Your whole class is going to Washington." I'm like, Jesus, I could not believe it. What a life journey. But I can tell you, some of you guys that, starting off as dads coming in the military, maybe you're thinking about having a family right around that time. I can tell you, take your time, go in there and make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Boot camp can be a challenge for families. Boot camp can be a challenge for you. It can be a challenge for you and your relationship. So make sure you go in there with all your ducks in a row. I promise you, it is so much easier if you do it that way. Then make sure that you're good to go when it comes down to your family members. Contact them, let them know that boot camp graduation is a big deal. Don't let anybody downplay it. This is kind of like what I'm talking about. A lot of family members, when I graduated boot camp, didn't think that it was such a big deal. They didn't think it was just, oh, well, you're just transitioning through life, we're good to go. But it's a huge deal. And so make sure they know, make sure that's fine, get all those butterflies out your thing. And just remember, while you're in boot camp and while you're going through this transition in your life from high school through boot camp, keep a positive attitude, keep your head up, and make sure you pick something. Sometimes it can be one or two things, but something to just get you through those day to day. It's all you do. We say in the military all the time, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So stick with me through this journey and everything. This is just chapter one. This is just talking about boot camp. All right. So follow, subscribe some more. Just talking about, like I said, dads helping out dads, family, and maybe some other people could get some knowledge from this, my journeys and my mistakes. So stay tuned. Bye. You have a good day.